Hello, my dear students. So, this is lecture number 10, and in this lecture, we discussed about what is multiplication of two vectors. So, all of you write the heading multiplication of two vectors. So, multiplication of two vectors. Write the heading multiplication of two vectors. So, multiplication of two vectors is of two types. First is dot product, and the other is cross product. Okay. So, first is dot product, and the other is cross product. So all of you write dot product and cross product. If we multiply two vectors with the help of dot product, then the resultant is always a scalar quantity. So dot product is also called a scalar product of two vectors, and cross product is called vector product, because after the cross product the resultant quantity is a vector quantity. So cross product is also called vector product. So what is scalar product and what is vector product? If we write a vector dot b vector, if there is a between a and b a dot, then this multiplication is called dot vector. And what is the resultant? Resultant is mod a mod b cos theta, or we can simply say ab cos theta. Okay, so a dot b is basically what? That means ab cos theta. And what is a cross b? A cross b is ab sin theta mod a mod b sin theta into n cap, because it is earlier said that cross product gives vector quantity. So mod a is a scalar, mod b is also a scalar, and sin theta is also a scalar. So there here is a vector quantity that is represented by n cap. What is n cap? I can tell you. A cross b, we can simply write a b sin theta into n cap. So all of you write n cap is basically what? N cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both a vector and b vector. N cap is what? A unit vector perpendicular to both a vector and b vector. So a cross b is clear to all of you. So in this table we can simply define what is scalar product and what is vector product. Example is work done in which W equal to F dot S. So see, work done is a scalar quantity, but force and displacement both are vector quantity. Okay, and in cross product example is torque tau. So tau equal to R vector cross F vector. Tau vector equal to R vector cross F vector. Okay, tau is the moment of force or torque. So torque is clear to all of you. So I think this table is clear to all of you. Now we discuss more about dot product. So all of you write the center heading dot product. How we calculate dot product, what is the multiplication, what is the uses of dot product. So dot product. Suppose a vector is 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 4k cap. Okay. and B vector is 3i cap minus 2j cap plus 3k cap. So if we calculate A dot B, so simply I component, I coefficient multiplied with the I coefficient. So 2 and here it is 3. So 2 into 3 plus here coefficient of j is 3 and coefficient of j in B vector is minus 2 plus 4 coefficient of k into coefficient of k in this is plus minus 6 plus 12. So what we get, A dot B gives 12. So the value of A dot B equal to 12. Okay. So how we multiply dot product is clear to all of you. A dot B equal to 12. I think it is clear. Now let us take another example. So if we take A vector and B vector, all of you write in your copy. Suppose for taking an example, A vector equal to 5i cap minus 2j cap plus 3k cap, and B vector equal to I cap minus j cap minus k cap. So what is A dot B? So A dot B equal to what? 5 into I, because here coefficient equal to 1. So 5 into 1 plus coefficient of j is minus 2 and coefficient of j in B is minus 1 plus 3 into minus 1. So what we get? 5 plus 2 minus 3. So 7 minus 3, that is 4. So A dot B we get 4. Is it clear to all of you? What is the value of A dot B? That is 4. So a scalar product is clear if vectors are given. Now take another example. We all know that for x-axis, for y-axis, for x-axis, and for z-axis. So for y-axis, we have a unit vector j cap. For x-axis, we have a unit vector I cap, and for z-axis, we have a unit vector k cap. Okay. So if we write I dot I, see, if we write I dot I, that means mod of I cos 0, because same vector gives 0 degree between the angle between same vector is equal to 0 degree. So I dot I, what we write, I dot I, mod I equal to 1, mod I equal to 1, cos 0 equal to 1. So what is the value of I dot I? That is also 1. So I dot I is clear to all of you. Okay. So in the same way, if we write j dot j, that is mod j, second property, that is first property, mod j into cos 0. So mod of j equal to what? 1. Mod of j is equals to 1 and cos 0 is also 1. So j cap dot j cap equal to 1. J cap dot j cap equal to 1. Okay. Now in k dot k cap dot k cap equal to mod k into cos 0. So mod k equal to 1, and cos 0 equal to 1. So k cap dot k cap is also equal to 1. So if two same vectors or two unit vectors are multiplied, then the resultant equal to 1. Okay. So in a single line, we can write I cap dot I cap equal to 1. J cap dot j cap is also 1. K cap dot k cap is also equal to 1. So all these formulas are clear to all of you. I dot I equal to 1, j dot j equal to 1, and k dot k equal to 1. Okay. Now the second property. If we multiply I cap dot j cap, then what we get? Mod I, mod j, and what is the angle between I and j? Tell me. What is the angle between I and j? That is 90 degree. Okay. So j cap is this, I cap is this, and k cap is this. What is the angle between I and j cap? That is 90 degree. So I mod j into cos 90. So mod I equal to 1, mod j equal to 1, and cos 90 equal to 0. So what we get? I dot j equal to 0. In the same way, if we dot product to j dot k, then what we get? Mod j mod k into cos 90. So mod j equal to 1, mod k equal to 1, and cos 90 equal to 0. So j dot k equal to 0. So we write j dot k equal to 0. Okay, this point is clear. This is the second point. First point is clear. Second point is also clear. J dot k equal to 0. Okay. And if we write third, k dot I, if we dot product to k dot I, then what we get? K dot I equal to mod k, mod I cos 90. So mod k equal to 1, mod I equal to 1, and cos 90 equal to 0. So k dot I becomes 0. Okay. So k dot I equal to 0. So I dot j, j dot k, and k dot I equal to 0. This point is clear. Okay. Now another property. That means a scalar product is commutative. So all of you write properties of a scalar product. Properties of a scalar product. So first property, that is scalar product, is first property, scalar product is commutative. Commutative. That means A dot B is equal to B dot A. A dot B equal to B dot A. Okay, A dot B equal to B dot A. Second property, all of you write second property. That is, the scalar product is distributive. The scalar product is distributive. Distributive. What does it mean? Distributive property, that means if we write A dot B plus C, if we write A dot B plus C, then distributive means that we get A dot B plus A dot C. A dot B plus A dot C. Okay, so distributive property is clear. Now the third property. What is third property? that the scalar product of two mutually, the scalar product of two mutually perpendicular vectors is zero. The scalar product of two mutually perpendicular vectors is zero. Okay, so what the meaning of this line? If we write a vector dot b vector, and we know that a and b are perpendicular to each other, so what we get? We get mod a mod b cos theta, and two mutually perpendicular vector. What does it means? That theta equal to 0 degree, theta equal to 90 degree, sorry, theta equal to 90 degree. So we can write theta equal to 90 degrees. So cos theta. So mod A, mod B, cos 90. And what is the value of cos 90? That is 0. So A dot B equal to 0. So third property is clear. Third property is clear to all of you. Cos 90 equal to 0. Now the fourth property. Fourth property. What is the fourth property? Fourth property is this. The scalar product of two parallel vectors is equal to the product of their magnitude. What is the property? The scalar product of two parallel vectors is equal to the product of their magnitude. So what the meaning of this line? We can simply write, if two vectors are parallel, then what is the angle between those two vectors? Suppose if A and B are parallel vectors, then theta, will all know theta equal to 0 degree, because the angle between two parallel vectors, we all know that that is equal to 0 degree. So if we write A vector dot B vector, then we get mod A mod B cos 0, and mod A equal to what? A B cos 0 equal to 1. So A dot B equal to AB. A dot B equal to AB. Okay, so A dot B is clear. Okay, now the fifth property. Fourth property is clear to all of you. Okay, now the fifth property. What is the fifth property? The scalar product of a vector with itself. The scalar product of a vector with itself, is equal to the square of the magnitude of the magnitude square of the magnitude of the vector. Okay, so what the meaning of this statement? I will explain you. The scalar product of a vector with itself, like we'll write a dot a. So a dot a is what? Mod of a, and what is the angle between a and a? That is 0. So what we get? A dot a equal to a square. Okay, so a vector dot a vector equal to a square. So this point is clear. This is the fifth point. A dot a equal to a square. Now the sixth property. All the 5 properties clear to all of you? Now the sixth property. All of you write. Properties of a scalar product. The main heading is properties of a scalar product. And the sixth property is the scalar product of unit orthogonal vectors. The scalar product of unit orthogonal vector. What is the meaning of unit orthogonal? Unit means the magnitude is 1 and orthogonal means normal to each other. Orthogonal vectors is the scalar product of unit orthogonal vector we already discussed. Unit orthogonal means I cap dot j cap. So what is the value of I cap dot j cap? Is 0. J cap dot k cap, that is also 0, and k cap dot I cap, that is also 0. So this is the relation of unit orthogonal vector. If we multiply I dot j, that is 0, j dot k is 0, and k dot I is also 0. Okay, so 6 point is clear. So this is the properties of the scalar product, and now we discuss some examples based on dot product. So examples based on dot product. Okay. So what is the examples? Suppose we find the angle between. First example, that is find the angle between A vector and B vector. If we have to find the angle between A vector and B vector, suppose if A vector is given I cap plus j cap minus 2k cap, and B vector is given 4i cap minus 2j cap plus 3k cap. Okay, so if we find the angle, then we know that A dot B equal to mod of A mod of B cos theta. So if we make the subject cos theta, then we get cos theta equal to A dot B upon mod A into mod B. So what is the value of A dot B? What is the value of mod A? What is the value of mod B? So first of all, we calculate all the values. So A dot B, tell me, if we multiply A and B with the help of dot, so 4i and here is I. So A dot B equal to 1 into 4 plus 1 into coefficient of j in B equal to -2 plus coefficient of k is -2 and that is 3. So what is the value of A dot B? A dot B equal to 4 minus 2 minus 6. So here it becomes 4 minus 8, that is minus 4. So A dot B is clear, that is -4. Okay. Now what is the value of mod A? Mod A value is under root coefficient of I. So coefficient of I equal to 1. Coefficient of j, that is also 1, and coefficient of k. So here we get 1 plus 1 plus 4. That means under root 6. And what we get? Mod b. So mod b equal to what? Under root 4 square plus minus 2 whole square plus 3 square. So 4 square equal to 16 plus minus 2 whole square equal to plus 4 and 3 square equal to 9. So after solving, we get 29. So A dot B is also given and mod A mod B is given. So we put the value of A dot B in A and mod A mod B. So we get mod A mod B equal to A dot B equal to -4 and mod A equal to under root 6 and mod B equal to under root 29. So this is the value of cos theta. If we find theta, so we write cos inverse -4 upon under root 6 into under root 29. This is the final answer if we are asking about A vector dot B vector. Okay. So first type example is clear. If we find the angle between A and B, so theta equal to A dot B and cos theta equal to A dot B upon mod A mod B. Okay. So now question number 2. Question number 2 type. If we write, if in any question it is written, type 2. In type 2 question it is written, if A vector and B vector are perpendicular to each other, then what is the